Yes, good evening, Tim. If you spent any time on social media recently, you've probably seen posts with hashtag Save Our Children, spreading awareness about children's sexual abuse. But beyond sharing and scrolling down your feed, there are ways that parents and loved ones can help fight it by talking to your children about abuse and watching for the signs.
About 15.5% of our reporting comes through school personnel. And so during the pandemic, across the state of Texas, there was about a 45 to 50% decrease in reporting. And that's not because child abuse stopped during the pandemic.
Chief Programs Officer Monica Escobedo with the Children's Advocacy Center for Greater West Texas has a job that many of us probably couldn't stomach, but their team works hard to provide a voice for abused children. She says there are certain things parents can teach their children to best protect them from predators.
It's never too young to start that open communication. You know, we even have books, little coloring books and activity books that we give to our parents to help them talk to the little bitties, you know, and it's just a storybook, and it kind of helps them, just really showing them, and it's really that, you know, that their body belongs to them. Nobody should touch them in these areas, you know, their bathing suit covers.
She says it's very important to teach children their bodies are their own, which means parents shouldn't force them to give hugs or kisses to anyone if they're not comfortable. Instead, maybe offering a high five as an alternative. Talk to your child about who 3 to 5 safe adults are they feel comfortable talking to and could confide in. Make sure they know that people should never ask them to keep secrets from their parents, and they won't be in trouble for telling someone. Lastly, make sure you teach your child the actual terminology for their body.
You don't ever want a child to be in a situation and go to a teacher and tell them, you know, somebody's been touching my cookie, or, you know, whatever they call it, and then a teacher think that that's really innocent and okay, you know, and send them away. So for reasons like that, you want to make sure that children know what those private parts are called.
If a child does come to you, Escobedo stresses 2 major points. First, as hard as it may be, you must remain calm. Second, do not ask questions. Professionals are trained in a way that is not leading, accusatory, or confusing. You just need to listen, gather that info, and then report it. Otherwise, it could taint the investigation.
You know, if a child tells you something has happened to them, it's really important to stay calm, because you don't ever want the child to feel like they're in trouble or they did the wrong thing by telling, or no, oh no, now my mom's, you know, all upset and crying and it's my fault.
Adults should look for signs of abuse such as changes in behavior, angry outbursts, anxiety, or a sudden fear of certain people or places. Escobedo warns that if you have any suspicions, it is always best to report it. One way is by calling the hotline 1-800-252-5400. Escobedo also warns to teach your children about online safety, especially with everything going virtual because of the pandemic. For Fox West Texas, I'm Sydney Timmer.